Masechta Sanhedrin Daf Tzadik Aleph Amar Aleph. We're starting from Tzadik Amar Beis, and we're starting from 4 lines from the bottom. Shala Cleopatra Malkisa. The Cleopatra, the queen of Egypt, is Rabmeya Shaila Amra. She said, "Yadaina the Chaya Shachvit. I know that the Hashem will make the mason love alive. There'll be Tchisa Mason." That's it. Yeah. The Chsiv says she knew Tilim. She says it says about the mason Yatzitzu Meir Ke'esav that they will sprout, come out of the ground like this grass sprouts from the earth. Only when they get up. She knows for sure that there's going to be Tchis HaMesim. I want to know when they get up, will they get up naked or with clothing, with the tachrichim or not? Allah said, we can make a kavachem from weights, from wheat. When it comes to planting this seed, you plant it naked, a little seed. But when it comes out with a whole bunch of klipis, it covers over the wheat. So too, tzaddikim that are buried with the levushim, not like by chita that's buried naked, the little seed. Tzaddikim that are buried with the tachrichim, they'll get up with levushim.
It crosses everyone.
Okay,
we're not going to go.
Right. The Roman Caesar sees the Roman Caesar said to Gamil, he says, you say that the mason in the future will have Tchis HaMesim.
Yeah.
That dust, they turn into dust. From dust, could something become alive? So the daughter of the Caesar said to Gamil, Shafke. You don't have to answer until she tells Rabbi Gamil, let me answer my father. I know Madan Allah.
Is this the head of Cleopatra?
No, now it's in the second story, a Roman Caesar, and they asked the Shaila, how could the dust turn into alive, into a person? So the daughter of the Caesar says to Rabbi Gamil, I know my father asked you, but let me answer it. Shafke, I know I don't leave him, I'll answer it. Shnei Yoitzim, you have 2 potters. Yes, in our city. One creates pottery kalim from water, one from mud. Who's more skillful? So the Caesar said to his daughter, the one that forms it from water. So the daughter said to her father, who the David created us from the tipasucha, which is a liquid, is like water. So minatit, when you're talking about alpha, like kolshkin, for sure you could create. If Hashem could create humans from a tipasucha, which is just liquid, how much more so for mud? Like you said, you agreed that creating from water is more skillful than creating from dust. Amen. The way Rabbi Yishmael Tana in the Braisa of the Beis Medrash of Rabbi Yishmael, they learned kavachema miklei zchuchis. They learned it differently. The daughter answered like this: she made a kavachema from a glass kli, ma kli zchuchis, shamol and baruch basvadam. That is done through a craftsman, a person that blows into this solid and with a straw and it blows it up. Nishbru yesh la takana, and if it breaks, there's a way to fix it by melting it together again. A basvadam that's blown, the neshama is blown into him from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. How much more so when it dies? There's a takana. If a human could be misakin a kli zchuchis that he created to his ruach, Hashem who creates a person to his ruach for sure could correct it. There was this mean that had said to Rabbi Yami, this shaila that the case is Gamil, Abnisa the Shachlei Chayev, you said that those that are dead, he could be Mechayev, the Eibishter will be Mechayev Mesim. He has the same thing. This mean is Rabbi Yami. He turns into dust. Could a dust then become alive? Could Hashem create from dust, make a live person, make the person alive again? Amalei Rabbi Yami said, I'll give you an example to what this is similar. To a Melech Basar Adam that said to his servant, go ahead and build me a whole bunch of big palaces in a place where there's no water, no earth in which to form bricks.
Who's asking this question?
No, Rabbi Yam is giving a mashal to this min. He's answering, how could Hashem create from dust? So he's giving you a mashal. There was a king that said, Amelech Basar Adam told people, I want you to create for me big palaces in a place where there's no water and mud in order to make it bricks. They went ahead and they built them palaces. After a little time, Naflu, these palaces fell. So he told them, okay, go ahead and rebuild these palaces, but in a place where there is water and dust. We can't. The king got angry on them. He says, he says, if in a place where there was no water and no dust in which to make bricks, you were able to build. Now that you have water and dust, for sure. And if you don't believe that HaKadosh Baruch Hu creates a barrier from dust, go to the valley, go see this certain type of rat. But it's not mamish the rats that we know, it's different. That today, in the beginning of its form, this rat is created partially as flesh and partially it's earth. You come the next day, that part that was earth of this rat turned into basa. I don't know, it says it's a type of a rat. And if you're going to say, for that mud to turn into flesh, it takes a long time. He says, I'm going to show you it's not true. Go up to the mountain, and you'll see this chilazon worm that comes out of water. There's only one chilazon. Tomorrow there'll be rain, and you'll see a whole bunch of chilazon worms. It's once in every 70 years, but he says you'll see one from one day to the next. You'll see one, and the next day that it rains, you'll see a whole bunch of chilazon. So you see, Hashem can do it right away. This min said to this Gviya ben Psisa, he says, woe is to you, Rishoim, that you say that the dead become alive. The Chayin, the Chayin. If Hashem creates live people, but they don't last, they die, so how could he make, they're destined to die, so how could he take the dead ones and make them alive? If the live ones are destined to die, that's the mean is asking. So Amalei, so Givir ben Psisa said to that mean, woe is to this other Rabbi. He says, woe is to these Rishonim that you say that the Mason will not be alive, la'as love. Lo yahav a chaya, the lo yahav a chaya, the have a chaya, like kol shekain. If Hashem could take something that never existed and bring it into existence, how much more so something that was existing and it died, for sure he can bring it into existence. Amalei, so this min said to Givia was a hunchback guy. He was a very hunchback. He says, Chayavaya, Karisli? You call him Yerusha? He says, if I get up at Chiyas HaMesim, you know what I'm going to do? I mean, it seemed like he was an old man, but he said, when I get up and I'm rejuvenated, I'm going to give you such a whack in your back. I'll make you hunchback. You'll be straight. You'll flatten him. Amalei, so Givia said, perfect. If you can give me such a bang and straighten me out, they're going to call you a professional specialist doctor. And with you're going to be able to take a lot of money. You're going to be a special doctor. You're going to be able to get rid of the humps. What do you call it? The hunchback. It's called the part in the back. It's called a hump or not?
It's called a hunchback. A hump is on a camel. It's a hump.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like a hump when the guy.
Yeah, but it's a hunchback.
Okay. Tanu Rabbanim Rabbanim we learned Be'etzem Rabban Nisan. In the 24th of Nisan, Istanbul, it's Nitilu the Mois Noe Mi Yehuda Mi Yerushalayim. That the arguers, they came, people protesting, and they wanted to take back a part of Yehuda and Yerushalayim. Who were these people? They came with a tiny sheker. Who are these people? The Bnei Africa. Kishabo Bnei Africa.
You have South Africa.
Africa.
You have South Africa going to the courts now.
Yeah.
Bnei Africa.
Yeah, this is it. So the Bnei Africa came, they were from the descendants of the Canaanim. Lodinim Yisrael, they came to have a vikuach and go against a protest against the Yidden. Lefnei Alexander's Macedonia. In front of Alexandria, Macedonia. Amalei. So the Bnei Africa said, Eretz Canaan Shalana here. Eretz Canaan's house. We were there. The Siv, like it says in the Torah of Yisrael. Eretz Canaan, it says the land of Canaan to its borders, that's us. And Canaan are the fathers of Ham, because they were all black because of what Ham did to Noach. Like Gvir Bam Sisa LaChachamim. So Gvir Bam Sisa said to the Chachamim, listen, Luli Rishus ve'elech ve'adonai Mayim lefnei Alexander Macedonia. Give me a Rishus. Let me be the one to...
Like a small guy in the corner.
Yeah. He's a simple guy.
No one noticed him. Like,
says, let me go and have this vikuach.
Answer these guys.
And let me go on. If they will win over me, you guys can say, hey, you know what? Who'd you win over? A simple guy. That's who you want. But if I win them, you'll say, Teres Moshe, it's chas. The Teres Moshe takes nobody. Anybody who learns Teres Moshe knows right away that we're right. Nothing like Rishus. They gave him Rishus. He went to represent Klal Yisrael. And he went and he had to be caught with them. Amalahem Kvir said to the Bnei Africa, from where are you bringing proof that you are the owners of this land? We're bringing it from the scripture, from the Torah itself. Okay, so Amalahem, he says, me too. I'm only going to bring a proof from the scripture itself too.
We both agree at the same place.
Yeah, same place. Shanam, it says in the Torah, but they gave to Noach, that Noach cursed Ham, who was the father of Canaan. And by Yemen, he says, Other Canaan, cursed shall be Canaan. Eved avadim yiyalachav, he should be a servant to the brothers. So he says, look, we have a halacha, and you guys agree. Eved shekon nechasim, Eved that acquires nechasim. Eved lemi, unechasim lemi. Who does the Eved belong to, and who's nechasim belong to? Nechasim belong to you, Eved, but you, Eved, belong to us. You guys were cursed to be our servants. So they didn't know what to do. And not only that, it's already many years you haven't worked for us. You owe us a bill.
Yeah.
We got to collect for those years that you didn't work. Alexander that on Alexander's, the king said, hey, you guys got to answer. Scripture. They give you a scripture of Tariq. It says you guys owe them also money.
Big money.
Big time money. So the Bnei Africa said to Alexander, give us 3 days to find an answer.
To reflect on
it. Yes. Naslem's man, he gave them time, but they searched and they didn't find an answer. They all ran for their lives. They didn't want to become Avadim to the Yidden. So they ran. They left the fields all sowed and planted. The kamim, and the vineyards were planted. It was perfect. That year was Shvius, and there was no food to eat. And these guys planted. Yes, Baruch Hashem. Yeah, Shupa Machas. There was another story. Bnei Mitzrayim, Lodin and Yisrael. Another group. The Bnei Mitzrayim came to have a vikoch with the Yidden, to be done with the Yidden, to take them back to Yehuda and Eretz Yisrael. Lefnei Alexander's Moikdan, Amaloi, the Bnei Mitzrayim said to Alexander, Harei Uema, it says in the Pasuk, V'Hashem Nasan Eschein Ha'am B'Eini Mitzrayim Ha'yashilom. They made the eyes of the Yidden look b'cheint in the eyes of the Mitzrayim when they asked to borrow, and they borrowed all the kelim and never gave it back. V'Yashilom. So nu lanu kesef assumption and told him, give us back the gold and silver that you guys borrowed from us. You owe it to us. Please, newly the shoes. Give me a chance to be a lawyer. I'm a schwache lawyer, but let me try. If I win, I'm sorry, if they will win over me, say to them, Shabonu nitzachtem. That that who you win already. A simple guy, that's who you won over. But if I win over the Mitzvah, I'm sorry.
Move this chair back a little.
Okay.
Don't be sorry, so move back.
Okay.
Okay.
Sag die Worte, imanina anatzeach. And if I will win, oisam them, imlahem say, Toiris Moshe Rabbeinu nitzchaschem. Say, you know why? It was the Toiris Moshe. You don't have to be a genius. It's then you look in the Torah, you see the answer. That's why I won. Nasnu le'reshus. So he gave them reshus. Nasnu le'reshus. So they gave him reshus. V'halach 31. V'halach v'daniman, and he went and he dealt with them. Amalahem, Gviya said to the Bnei Mitzrayim, Mehechnatem b'viyim raya. They were coming with tainas. The Bnei Mitzrayim, that you borrowed money, Kalim, from us, and they came to Alexander from Macedonian, and they came to him, tining that the Mitzrayim came to tining that he didn't owe the money because in Mitzrayim they borrowed all the Kalim and they never gave it back. The Jews never gave it back. Those Jews, yeah. Amlahem. So he says to them, Gviya said to Gviya was a simple guy. He tells the Yid, let me represent you, because what can happen? If I lose, you'll say, of course you want to push the guy. If he wins, say the Torah is so simple. Everybody, even a push the person can read that you're wrong. So Gviya said to the Bnei Mitzrayim, from where are you bringing proof that we owe you money? So he said, they said, we're bringing proof from the scripture, from the Torah itself. Me too, I'm going to give you proof from the scripture. It says in the Pasuk, the Bnei Yisrael were dwelling and they settled in Mitzrayim 430 years. So they says, you owe us money. We owe us money also. You owe us for 430 years for 500,000 people working for someone. That's a lot more money. So let's make an exchange. We'll exchange the bill. Alexander's Macedonian, Alexander the king said, hey, answer back. Either you pay them up or you answer them. You have to give us 3 days to figure out the answer. He gave them man, but they searched, they didn't find any answer. They left the fields that were planted and the vineyards planted, and they ran. But and that year, there's another story. It was another time of Shviyas where the Yidden didn't have what to eat. So here they were left with fields that were already planned to have what to eat.
It wasn't theirs.
It belonged, but yes, he wasn't there. Yes, they owe them much more now. Yeah. Another story. Bo b'nei Yishmael b'nei Keturah. The b'nei Yishmael and b'nei Keturah came, Lodin and Yisrael, to don the Yidden of Alexander's Magnum. Oh, yeah. Well, we want to have. Okay, Amrullah. Eretz Canaan Shalana. We're Shutvim Shalachem. It's Shalana Shalachem. We're Shutvim. The Chsiv, it says in the Torah, Ve'el Teidos Yishmael ben Abraham. Uksiv Eil Teidos Yitzhak ben Abraham. We're both the Shutvim. Lahem Gviya ben Psis Lachacham Gviya ben Psis the Pashta Yid. So, don't let us just ve'elech ve'adni mohem. Let me go and represent you. I'm not so bad. Lifnei Alexander's for Alexander the Macedonian. If they win over me, you can say, and it's a big deal. You want a simple person. You want him in a vikoch. But if I win over them, so you'll say, It was the simple Torah that made any simple guy win. Nothing like the shus. They gave him the shus. He went and he had to be koch with
Why did he
them.
want to be represented? Why did he want to be?
Gevia felt he could do it. So Gevia said to the Bnei Yishmael and to the Bnei Keturim, from where you bring proof that you deserve shutfis here? I'm like from the scripture, from the Torah. Me too. I'm only going to give you an answer from the Torah, from scripture. So never, like it says in the pasuk, Avram is kol asher lo yilid Yitzchak. Avram gave everything that he had to Yitzchak. But to the other children, he gave them matanis. And not only that,
He got from somebody.
no, the Avram gave separate. He gave land to Yitzchak, and he gave separately matanis to Yishmael and the other kids. Of Shanos Nagatin, he gave him a shtatz havo. He says, "This is yours, Levanov." Bechayev, he did it in his lifetime. He says, "This is yours." And he separated them. He says, "What I'm giving you, that's yours. You stay there. What I gave to the Yidden, that's theirs. Don't touch." Klum yesh lezer al lezer klum. It's shtatz havo. So yeah, Levan Bechayev, he gave it to them in the lifetime, and he told me, "You guys don't mix. It's if I didn't give anything, I didn't write. Okay, you could demand shutvis, but I made it clear. Bechayev, I gave you this is this and this and this is yours, and this is for the Yidden, huh?
He had good lawyers.
Oh yeah, he said klum yesh lezer al lezer klum. He says that's it. In fact, you want to my matanos? What's my matanos that he gave him? That Abraham gave. I'm going to give you, but Abba shame tuma. He gave them the kishuv and the ma'aser shedim. That's what he gave to them. So there's a story b'chlal with the Kusim having gewollt. They wanted that the Alexander Zol it should destroy the Beis Hamikdash, and at that time was Tzidkiyahu. Tzidkiyahu, who was the Kohen, and so they went to Tzidkiyahu and they told him, "Listen, they're coming to destroy. The Kusim overruled the Yidden, and he's coming. Alexander is coming with a whole army to destroy the Beis Hamikdash." So he went and he had Changetan al Begadim, and they all came with torches, all the Kahanim in the front, and they met. They met Alexander. Alexander on the way to destroy. Alexander saw Tzidkiyahu. He got off his horse, and he bowed down to him. So they were screaming on him. "What are you doing? This is who we have to destroy." He says, "No. This every war that I went out to, this image, I never saw him. This is the first time I see this person. He's the one that told me I should go to war, I should not go to war. So he's a very special person." And he asked Tzidkiyahu, why'd you come here? So he says, "I came here because you're coming to destroy the Beis Hamikdash, the place where I prayed for you, that you should win all your mechamas. You want to come and destroy it, so you're going to have nothing." When he heard that, he got angry, and he made a about face, and he went after the Kusim, and he destroyed the Kusim's Beis Hamikdash, whatever you call it, which was on Har Grizim. The Yidden know Megahatev Har Abayis, same Megahatev Har Gizmi, he went and destroyed it. Over there. Okay, so the Gemara Amalei Ninos L'Rebbe. And the Nidin said to Rebbe, "Guf, Neshama, Yechen Lifte, Atzmin Adin." Each one could pat themselves from the Avedas that they did in this world. The Guf and the Neshama can get away with it. Ketzat. Guf, listen. Neshama Chotet, the Neshama Gezindigt. Why? Because Shemeyoim, Sheper, Shemimani, the minute was the Neshama, Yet Havak from Guf, the Neshama leaves the Guf, Harei Mutal, Kevin, Daimon, Makeva, I'm just like a regular stone, I've been garnished. So it can't be me that it's in the Guf died. It has to be the Neshama. No, and so the Neshama gets, so the Guf gets away with it. Neshama Imeres, no, I too have to get away with it. Was sagt er? Guf Chata, the Guf hat gesindigt, the Guf sinned. The moment I left the Guf, I'm already flying in the air like a bird. I have nothing to do with this world. So Rebbe said to Antonina, I'm going to give you an example to what it's compared to. The Melech Bas Vadam that had a beautiful orchard. He had beautiful figs. And he put 2 shemim to watch the orchard. Echad chiga, one of them was lame, he couldn't walk. What? Bakuris are teinim noise, beautiful figs. And he put two shaynim. One was a lame, and one was a blind. The blind one said to the summa, Bakuris noise and iroi bapadis. The lame, the one that can't walk, says, I see beautiful teinim, I just can't get there. Boy, he tells the summa, let me go on your back, and I'll tell you where to go, and we'll get it. And we'll bring these beautiful figs, and we'll eat up the beautiful figs. The one that couldn't walk went on to the back of the blind person, and he directed him where to go, and they brought back the figs, and they ate nicely. The Yom after days, Balapad, the king of the who's the owner of the Balapad, came. I'm like, where are these beautiful potatoes? What happened? I'm like, the one that can't walk says, well, do I have feet that I can walk? What's supposed to from here? He looks at the summa, he says, I never even saw them. I don't know what you're talking about. So what did the Balapadas do? He put the lame, the one that can't walk, he put him on the summa, and he says, Jetzt bist du ein Mensch. He judged them like one person. He takes the neshama of us that you think you're going to become potter. Du fließt da weg und ademem. We'll put you together. You're one. And now, I'll judge you as one person. Shenema, Yikel Shemayim El. The Eibishter will call from Shemayim El for the neshama. And to the earth, the Eibishter will judge his nation. Yikel El Shemayim El. So neshama. The Eibishter will call to the neshama from above to come down. And he'll judge his nation is going on in the neshama, being in the goof. Why does the sun go out by Mizrach and it goes down by Ma'ariv? So Rabbi said, if it was the reverse, you would ask the same question. If it came from Ma'ariv, you'll ask, why does it start from Ma'ariv and end the Mizrach? Amalei says, no, this is what I meant. This is what I was saying to you. He wants to know, why does it go down by Ma'ariv? Why doesn't it go back to Mizrach? Why does it go around, come back to Mizrach? In order to give the Shchinas on the Ma'ariv, so that's why it goes down by Ma'ariv, to give to bookings to the Kaina to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So the Gemara should never, like it says in the Masah. Yeah, but Ma'ariv, we say that's where the Shechina is. Should never, like it says in the pasuk, Utzvar Shemayim l'chamesh tachvim, and the Tzvar Shemayim to you they bow. Amalei. No, Ma'ariv is towards Yeah, no, he wants to say why we're davening. No, there's Shteina Mizrach, but we're davening towards Eretz Yisrael, towards the Beis Hamikdash. The Shechina is a Ma'ariv. Sagt, you want to shenam utzva shmayim chamesh tachvim. Aber lei, Sanhedrin said to Rabbi, v'teisi av palga derakir. Let it go just to the middle of the skies. V'tin shlama. Because when somebody bows, he doesn't bow. He goes right in the face. He bows way before. Bow and then go back to Mizrach. And let it stay in the middle and then go back. V'tin shlama v'seil. It says, because the workers that are working, they're going to see the sun. So you know, if it's going down by might, if it's so, the light is going little away. But if it gives a about face and goes this way, and you're on the Ma'ariv side, and it about face, mitamo, you're in the dark. Or those that are walking, and mitamo, it turns dark. That's a sakona, so that's why they made it towards Ma'ariv. Antonina said to Rabbi, Neshama me'imase nitna be'adam. When is Neshama placed into the goof of the person? Mishas Pekida, from the inception, or Mishas Yitzira, or from when it's already an embryo, when it's already a form. Amalei Mishas Yitzira. He says from the time of inception. I'm sorry, from the time when it's embryo. When it's formed, yeah, it's embryo. Amalei Antonina said to Rabbi, how is it trying to say that? Is it possible that it shouldn't rot? It's going to be, you're going to say till it forms into an embryo, it's a piece of flesh. If it doesn't have an neshama that's making it live, it's going to rot. So it can't be from when it turns into a form. Ella Mishas Pkida, only from the time of inception, right away, the neshama is there. Amar Rabbi, this is what Antoninus Taka taught me, that neshama is given from inception. Umika Messiah, and he has a pasuk to bring a raish, not like it says in the pasuk. Of Chudascha Shaman Ruchi means from the time of inception, the neshama is already there in that flesh. Yeah. Antoninus said to Rabbi, from when does the Yetzer Hara start ruling on the person? Says you want a Mishas Yitzira from the time that it turns into embryo, or Mishas Yitzira, or only after it comes out of the mother's body. Amalei Mishas Yitzira. He said from the time that's an embryo, when it's a form. Amalei says if it's already as an embryo, then the Yetzer Hara is there. Im came bayit b'mei imay v'yetze. He's going to kick. The Yetzer Hara wants to leave and wants to go out to the world. Metala Taivas. He doesn't want to wait in the mother's stomach 9 months. Hepton Shism the feast. He wants to get out. How could it be the Yetzer Hara is given at that time? Only know right when it comes out into the world. Then they like the Yetzer Hara. Then they puts in the Yetzer Hara. Rabbi, that was Elam Deni Antoninus. Rabbi said this too. Antoninus taught me that the Yetzer Hara doesn't come till after it comes, the baby comes into the world. Umika Messiah, he has a pasuk as a raya. Shenema, like it says in the pasuk, La Pesach, at the entrance of the baby going out of the womb, is Chatus Reyuvetz. That's where the sin is lying. That's where the Yetzer Hara is shendat. He's waiting for him to come out, and boom, kick behind the Yetzer Hara. Yeah. Eshlakish Rami, Eshlakish is the student. See, it says in the pasuk, but on the Gula of Lassid Love, it says, I'm saying the beginning of the pasuk. Maybe Aisamer Safim, Kibatz Miaxeyaris, Bum, Ive Upiseyach, Haravi, Yeledus Yachad. He says in the future, the Eibush is bringing who? The blind, the lame, the pregnant, and the childbirth, and then the birth, the baby. Then it says no pasuk as yidalika ayil pesach. Then the lame will jump in loss and love. It will jump like a ram. The son l'shein ilim, and the tongue of the one of a ilim, the miyut that couldn't speak will speak. Ki nifku b'midba mayim, and in the midbar there will be a breakthrough of water. Unechalim barava, and nechalim there will be rivers also in the deserted lands. Where there's no water normally, there will be water. So you see, they come out healed. Here in one pasuk it says they'll come out as a blind person, in Las and Lavi, they'll come out as a layman. And in the second pasuk, no, they'll come out, the one who is layman will come out jumping like a ram. And the blind will see, and the mutes will talk. Okay, so how could it be? You have two pasukim that are contradicting each other. Says, you want to know, I'm the memuman. They'll start off, they'll come out with a mum, and then they'll be healed right away. Ula Ramiksid. Ula is the student from Psukim. It says, Bela Amavis Lanetzach, Umach Hashem Elakim, Dima Me'al Kol Panim. So Hashem swallows the death forever. And Hashem will wipe off the tears from their faces. And then it says, Kana Bemeya Shana Yamos, that the now will be 100 years old. He'll die like a young man at 100 years old. That's what the pasuk says. That's called dying young. That time. Lo yeh misham in the time of Yibis Mashiach. Lo yeh misham oidul yamim. It means lost and loving. So lo yeh misham oidul yamim. So the young won't die young. I mean, at 100 they'll die much later. But you see, they'll die. And in the other pasuk it says, Bila hamavis lenetzach. The Eibush gets rid of death completely. Lo kasha kami so kami dicham. Who will not have death at all? Yid. But the Goyim will have death. What are the Goyim going to do there? Lost and lovely. The kavanah of the thing is what it says in the pasuk. The strangers will stand and they'll take care of the tzayin. And the strangers will also be farmers for the Yidden. They'll take care of the animals. That's what the Goyim are there for, to take care of the Yidden's animals. And they'll be the farmers. Rav Chisda is the stira. It says in the pasuk that the Levana will be embarrassed, and and the sun will be ashamed. Kimol Hashem tzvakes, because the Eibishter's ruling is talking about loss and love. Uksiv, it says, V'hoya havana k'yach chama. The havana in the loss and love will be like the light of the chama. V'yach chama, yes, shivasayim k'yishivasayyamin. The chama will be so strong, will be sevenfold stronger than what it is now. So what's going on? One pasuk says it'll be a busha for the sun and the moon, and the other one says it'll be so powerful. So one is talking about L'mais HaMashiach. L'mais HaMashiach, Taka, the Il Havana will be strong like the sun, and the sun will be sevenfold. But L'Olam Haba, there's going to be the Giluyim from the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So we don't need the sun and the moon. It'll be mamash nothing. So it'll be a busha. How can you talk about L'mais HaMashiach is a special time? There's no difference between Elam Hazan and L'mais HaMashiach, just that there won't be shibud from the other. We will be the rulers. There won't be shibud malchus of the rest of the world. So you want to like kasha? You're right. Kam machna tzedek, kam machna shchina. Here by machna tzedikim, yes, the chama, the levana will be powerful, but l'gabe the shchina, the camp of the shchina, it will be such giluyim. The sun and the moon will be a bush. It will be nothing. Rabbi, yes, stira. Ani amas v'achai. It says, I will, meaning just like a person dies, so too HaKadosh Baruch Hu will revive him. If he'll die a balmum, he'll get up as a balmum. Uksiv machatz v'ani, and then it says that the Eibishter will, when they get up with chis hamesim, they will be healed. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, ma shani memes ani mechai. What I'm, the way they died, that's how they're going to wake up. And then the next passage says, "Mashal mechatzli b'aniyerpa." So it's mashma, they'll be healed. Which one is it? Are they going to get up with the mumim that they died with, or they're going to be healed? I'm sorry. So the Gemara answered, "What is the pshat? That they'll first come out as mumim, and then the Eibishter will heal them." I would think, what does it mean? Misa will be by one person and light by another person. It comes the pasuk means that the guy will come out with a mum and I will heal him. So it's talking about the same person. Just like the mechitza and the mum and the refuah is talking about by the same person. So too the death and the revival of the death is the same person. Here you have the answer to those that say there's no tchis hamis b'nater. Tanya will learn that brayso. Because here you see there is tchis hamisim. Tanya will learn that brayso. Somebody made me night with tchis hamis b'nater. Remember, Oz Yashem Meisha, who said that yesterday? And Rabbi Shapiro said it's going to say it's one of the ayahs. Oz Yashem Meisha b'nei Yisrael Hashem Lashem. That's the Oz. Shar loy nema ela Yashem in the future. So you see, that's how you know Tchis Hameis B'Natera. Yiritz B'Adav Atayima Oz Yivna Yeshua Mizbech Lashem. It says then Yeshua will build the Mizbech Lashem. So, but it says that it was built. Bana loy nema ela Yivna B'Lash Nasi. Mekan Tchis Hameis B'Natera. Here you have a right Tchis Hameis B'Natera.